Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I forgot to wear my hat. There's one right up here. So today is another After the Watch video. It's actually going to be the first one for this month of October. Hopefully I can get a video out every day in the month of October, which would be really nice. But I figured I'd do some After the Watch videos because they'd be much easier and quicker to do than an actual review. So without further ado, let's take a look at a double feature for an After the Watch video. From Beyond and The Resonator, Miskatonic U. This is an original movie based off a original story by H.P. Lovecraft, and this is like a remake, a retelling of the From Beyond movie. Not really even a remake or even a sequel for that matter, it's just a retelling. Let's begin with the original From Beyond. Now, watching this movie for the umpteenth time, you can't help but be admiring of the special effects. The special effects steal the show as far as I'm concerned. Next to the special effects in terms of stealing the show are the performances. Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton, Ken Foree. Great performances from that trio. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack from Screen Factory. I absolutely love the picture transfer, and the cover artwork is amazing. Got some special features on here, but we're going to focus on the movies for now. So this is just a brilliant movie. Well told, well executed. It makes you think, which is nice. Like, oh, the pineal gland is one that can make you see things that aren't visible to the naked eye. That's interesting. And I'm sure H.P. Lovecraft was dancing around like, I came up with this great idea. Probably not. It's directed by Stuart Gordon, who has directed a plethora of these kind of movies, like Reanimator. I think he did Dolls, which was a great killer doll movie. This was back in the Empire Pictures day, where you could have these crazy movies on a decent budget that went to theaters. Then things changed, and they made a new company called Full Moon, which primarily focused on straight-to-video movies. But From Beyond is in the heyday of Empire Pictures. It's great to watch. Absolutely love it. Some things are a little nitpicky about this movie, like how stupid the characters are. They have, well, except for Ken Foree, he's the only one with brains. Barbara Crampton is a dumbass in this movie. Like, I know her pineal gland is just messing with her rationality, but at the same time, she's supposed to be a smart character. And Jeffrey Combs' character, anyways, Tilling-cast, he doesn't want to go back. Understandably so. It does not feel unnatural. It feels very well done because he's like, I want to destroy this machine and get rid of it. And he tries. But then there's no use. He just has to restart the machine to prove he's not insane. So this is a solid 80s, mid-80s horror, sci-fi, mystery, thriller story. The special effects are just amazing. So The Resonator is a machine not to be taken lightly, which some of the characters do in this movie. Like, oh, just turn it on. What's the worst that's going to happen? Condom monsters. That's another thing about this movie. The pineal gland gets enhanced, and then their sexual appetite enhances. Like, they're just, like, lusting after one another, or they get a hard-on. Now let's move on to the newer movie that came out, I believe, last year on a streaming service. But then they have this movie on Full Moon's website early, and if you wait until Amazon releases it, which is in November, that'll be a long wait. This is already out. The Resonator, Miskatonic U. Get it from Full Moon's website. Got it about a week or two ago. So this is an incredibly short movie. It's about 63 minutes, but it gets in, tells a good story with good characters and writing, and gets out, and it's like, we have a surprise for you. Now, I loved this movie. I was not expecting much. The trailers were not anything amazing. They were okay, but what I got out of the movie in the end was amazing. This movie is just amazing. It's directed by Bill Butler, who, I forgot what else he did. I think this is his directorial debut, but I've heard the name before. So, at 63 minutes, it flies right by, it gets in, tells the story of a university that has some students that are the top of their league, of their class, most of them, and they're very smart, but also model-worthy, which, of course, they are. One of them invents the resonator based off his father's research, and one of the professors who worked with his father tries to steal it from him, and it's a great movie, actually. I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say it doesn't leave room for a sequel, it leaves room for a spin-off of another franchise. Sort of. I will not spoil what exactly happened. Like, I got spoiled. I read a comment and I was like, motherfucker. The effects, keep in mind, this film cost around 100 to 200 grand. The special effects are not bad. Although I did hear some xenomorph chest burster sounds. Not the sounds of them coming out of the chest, but they're like... kind of sounds. It's like, why is that in there? The effects are actually pretty good. They're all practical pretty much, except for like one decapitation near the beginning that had some CG enhancements, obviously you can tell. But as a whole, the movie just works. It works at a great pace. That's the best part about it. You watch it, you're like, oh, it's been about half an hour. The movie's half over. It's just a lot of fun with some great twists and reveals. I really did enjoy it. I dare say it's about as good as From Beyond. From Beyond, it does have some parts that drag a little bit more than the Resonator Miskatonic U, but that's because this movie is like half an hour shorter, or 20 minutes shorter. But the effects in this are much better, and has more of a charm to it, but this still retains charm of the 80s to 90s Empire Full Moon era, which is very impressive given the fact that this is a 2020 movie, and Full Moon hasn't been known to keep the charm of their 90s classics. So, seeing this with all the purple colors and warehouses, it just made it feel all the more like a Full Moon movie from the 90s. So I'd highly recommend this. And if you haven't seen From Beyond, what is wrong with you? But I can understand. It's not obscure, but it's not as well known as it could be. If you've seen this, I would definitely check out this. And if you haven't seen this, I would start with this. Even though they're not sequels or remakes, they tell kind of different stories with a similar foe or threat. It's interesting to get two takes on this series. I really want to read the book someday. I think it's called From Beyond. Yeah, it's H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond. That's what it's called. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Happy October 1st. And thank you all for watching. And I am Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon, or even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to body counts and other music videos that you cannot get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Monetary support, if you want to support the channel through PayPal, it's horrorshow37@gmail.com. I'd greatly appreciate it. But if you don't want to support me with any money, just hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe.